Tumeken's Resplendence got a big update on Monday. We need to talk about it because the two set changes are actually overpowered, and you're going to see some great examples of that in this video. So the charging of the set got reduced from 9 seconds to 5.4, which I will throw in because it is worth knowing. But the two key changes we're going to talk about today is the set 3 effect and the set 5 effect. So before the update, the effect was increasing the damage of your damage over time abilities while in Sunshine. So basically your bleed abilities and the Roar of Awakening spec. That has been now removed, and the new set 3 effect is you gain 1.5% critical strike chance per piece worn while inside of Sunshine. So this can equal 7.5% if you wear full 5-piece. That is literally more than Elite Tectonic, and it is absolutely worth. The set 4 effect has not been changed, but the set 5 effect has. And this is possibly the most broken thing, especially with the bonus of the crit chance. So beforehand, you would need to channel Asphyxiate for its short duration that granted Embodiment of Light for 9 seconds, granting your next non-channeled magic attack 50% critical strike damage. So literally it was one ability that isn't channeled that would do the damage. They've now changed that and you get the full 9 seconds, but it increases your critical strike damage by 50% for all abilities, rather than just the next single one. The kind of rotations that you can actually come up with for this can be seriously broken if you end up using Temporal Anomaly, which you absolutely should be doing. Using the new armor with these changes, I have now gained myself the master time at Raksha, which you have seen during this video. It was a 137.2, which is kind of disgusting. I've got a couple of other examples as well, where I duoed some Solak with Cerise, and I asked Cerise to not even touch the core at all, so I could solo it using the mage armor, and we did it without a problem. And the very final thing that I really wanted to push, because I should have done this by now, I know, but was getting the Blackstone Dragon skip. For some reason, I just struggled with this. It probably could be a couple of things, like I don't have COE or whatever. But basically, with this armor, now is the time for me to get it. The amount of damage that can be done when you have this buff from the Asphyxiate is genuinely disgusting. I was 2,000 damage off getting the skip. I was very angry and upset. And I'm going to let you hear the live reaction, because I was very angry and upset. But we cannot ignore the amount of crazy damage that I dealt in this sun rotation. It was absolutely unbelievable, and I really do need to go back and try and get this. If you haven't got the new armor yet and you've been contemplating whether you should or shouldn't, you absolutely should if you are a mage. If you enjoy mage, this armor pushes it to that next level of that missing damage. This is it. It is wild. It's very slightly disappointing that the damage over time buff got removed. I kind of wish it still would have been kept a little bit, because hitting the 9Ks with the one spec was nice. But the added damage that you do get now from the Asphyxiate definitely makes up for it. And it's really fun, honestly. When the crits really do pop off and you get resets, it feels absolutely amazing. So there's not really too much more to say other than holy shit, the new changes are great. I don't really have a complaint, and you should get the armor. I would love to know what your opinions are in the comments, so please let me know. And if there's anything you'd change, what would it be?
Are you taking the piss? I fucking can't. I fucking can't, man. 2K! 2 fucking K!